Hello and bienvenue. I am Joker, the Full Metal Joker. Now before we get started with the topic at hand, I have to let you know two things. One, if you do not like what has to be said, please remove yourself from this video. Two, everything I have to say is mostly opinion based with a lining of truth. But if you feel like I'm wrong in certain areas, or I need more information than others, please feel free to contact me. You should already know how to do this by now. With that being said, well, while I was trying to figure out what to do for my next video, this interesting thing fell into my lap. As some of you might have known, Dave Chappelle did a comedy bit for Netflix. And from what I've seen from it, I have to say it's one of the better entertaining things that I've seen on Netflix so far. Now, why am I talking about this comedy bit? Well, apparently, his material was so offensive that quite a few people have lashed out over it. Now, what did they really find offensive about it? Well, the main bit was this little part of it where he was doing his impressions bit, where he was going, well, I'm going to do two impressions. One was the Founding Fathers, and the other one was him going, well, I want you guys to guess, and then he going about saying, well, you might have done something, I don't know if you did something, but anything that you have done or going to do, we're going to find out, and we're going to have you fired. And when he asked, who do you think it is? The crowd screamed, Trump, and he goes, no, that's you. And quite frankly, it makes a lot of sense. Comedians can't be comedians anymore. The era of hardcore comedians like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Red Fox is gone now. Where you can't really be edgy and be a popular comedian anymore. Because the minute you say something that hits a little too close to home, that offends the wrong person or right person, depending on how you look at it, your career is over. Also, while you're doing your comedy, they're going to be looking at your life through a magnifying glass. And the minute that they find something or figured out you have done something that's extremely inappropriate or offensive, they're going to use that to ruin your career. And it's like, the people that got offended over Dave Chappelle's comedy, it's like, what do you expect? You know what kind of comedian Dave Chappelle is. You know how he operates. So to sit here and go, well, he did an accent that was pretty bigoted, or he said something pretty offensive. First of all, again, you know what kind of comedy that person does. You know that the stuff that he says, he does it to try and get a rise out of the audience. And also, when has it been a crime? Since when has it been a crime for you to lash out at the audience to get them back? Like, since when has it been? It's like, that's part of being comedy. Doing all these things, trying to be outrageous and stuff, is comedy. Offensive comedy is one of the most hilarious things out there. Trying to be PC and trying to be as inoffensive as possible, or only offending certain people, that makes no that's pretty lame comedy. And I know this is from my point of view, but hey, with me, when it comes to comedy, I like that outrageous comedy. We get comedians like George Carlin, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy when he first started out doing comedy, stuff like that. Not this kind of watered down stuff that we have now. That's one of the reasons why I don't even watch comedy specials anymore. Is because the people that do comedy now try and be as inoffensive as possible, or just target one group of people, specifically Orange Man Bad and white people. Like, come on! When it comes to comedy, there should be no limitations within reason, of course. But what kind of era have we gotten into where a comedian can't go to a college and be funny and outrageous, where a comedian can't do a certain special and say certain things without people going, "You should have him fired"? And all these people acting the way they're acting, you're just proving his point. He said, "This is the reason why I don't go out and do comedy anymore, because the minute you say something offensive that triggers the wrong or right kind of person, your career is over." So, thank you for proving his point. And with that being said, if you enjoy the content that I produce, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want to support this channel even further, feel free to check out my Patreon and PayPal me. However you choose to support this channel is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and good luck.